Nigeria don't enter one chance, I swear, oh, now go with the go so, go so. Yes, men, they kill us every day, for them busy, they campaign again. After they failed all the promises they made, oh, then they praise themselves. Why the masses were supposed to give them the praises we they here they run to? Move it up. I blame it on the religious leaders. I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers. People will cry with us during answers. Today them don't join those oppressors, they eat jollof. Something on the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive them. We have up where this government they cause my time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come more. It is very close and they feel more. When the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. They don't even care, they don't even send. Say the people they die of hunger. Hungry dog is an angry dog. One day you go bite the owner. Idle man is the devil workshop. Many youths for Nigeria no good job. And the country the youths got no future. The country is gone, that's on period. Move it up. I blame it on the judiciary leaders. I blame it on the electoral officials. People were supposed to save the nation, but they collect it bribe. Shame on.
Akara m ihe mbe na-eme mbe si ma achọrọ ofu ukwu ehi ma nke ọzọ mụ achọrọ ihe niile ma ụkwụ ya ma aka ya ma isi ya ma olu ya anyị ga-adọbiri wee pụọ na nke onwe anyị tigata azụ etu anyị nọ tupu ndị ọcha wee bịa ebe a nwa aha obodo ebe a nwe ndị mmadụ n'ime tupu nwa bekee si ebe o si hapụ obodo ya ọ bịa ebe a ọkpọrọ onye nke ọkpọrọ okeke ọkpọrọ okafọ dakata anyị isi ọ sị n'ụbọchị nke taa na anya aha anyị wuzi Naijiria anyị na-aza aha na-emeghị omimi n'ime ya ihe mgbagbasị biko kọwara m ihe Naijiria pụtara enwepụ ya kọwara m ọmụa ga-aza aha osimiri ka osimiri ga-aza aha mụnwa n'ihi ihe anyị na-ekwu na ebe a rụgidere ụlọ a na ọ jọgburu onwe ya ọ dịghị mma Naijiria agaghị emekọtanwu ihe ọzọ ihe ọjọọ emego n'obodo a arụ emego egbugo ndị be anyị aka na-egbukwa anyị ndị Fulani wechere na mabata be anyị ka na-egbukwa ndị be anyị ruo ụtụtụ echi a na-asị m na ọ ga-adị mma oge ọ na-ekwu ka nwee mmekọrịta bụ nke ndị nụkọ nke ndị ụmụnne ha egosighị anyị ọtụtụ mgbe ha kpọrọ anyị asị onye ajụrụ ajụ na-ajụ onwe ya ha jụrụ anyị aja ama njụ onwe anyị agbanyeghị na anyị nwe ngwa ahịa n'ugwu Awụsa agbanyeghị na anyị na-azụ ahịa ebe niile dị iche iche na-eme nke ọma kama onye gara ndụ kpakụ onye ire rie n'ihe ọ Ndụbụisi ka anyị na-ekwu okwu ya ka anyị cheghata azụ ebe a ruo obodo anyị ka o wee maa mma wee karịa obodo ndị ọcha na mma ọhịa anyị na-arịọ nwoke na ugwu nwee nkwanye ugwu n'ime onwe anyị ọnwa anyị pụọ n'iro a na-etigbu anyị pụọ n'iro ekwu okwu asị ọ bụ gịnị ma anyị ji wee ekwu okwu ụmụ ihe ndị a ka anyị sị na anyị agaghị anabatakwa ya ọzọ.
Akụkọ akọrọ anyị bụ na ọkụkọ na ewu agaghị nzukọ ụmụ anụmanụ a na-emezi mgbe ọbụla a chọrọ ịchụ aja ejiri ọkụkọ maọbụ nwụchụ aja mgbe ọbụla a chọrọ ime ka Naijiria dị n'otu enwe ha na-eto esi wee kpam akpụrụ ndị Igbo ọ pụtara na anyị bụ ọkụkọ maọbụ ka ọ pụtara na anyị agaghị nzukọ mere ya bụ ihe eji eme anyị bụ ndị Igbo ụdị na ọbara ndị Igbo ahụ kpafu n'obodo Naijiria karịa
ọ bụ site na akpọmasị ihe na-eme anyị dịka ihe mere ndị ji oge mgbe gara aga etu akụkọ mba niile dị iche iche ji kpọọ ụmụ Izrel asị a na-egbu ha a na-egbu ha a na-egbu ha afọ niile aka na-egbu ha o wee ruo oge ugbu anyị asị na ogbugbu a na-egbu anyị na ọ dịghị anyị mma ọ ka mma na onwe ihe ekegbuo anyị wu nwere onwe njem a nke anyị na-aga kama na anyị etete n'ụtụtụ asị na onwe onye gburu ebe a onwe ha na-ekwu okwu o doo na onye onwe onye n'aka ụkọchukwu n'ugwu Awụsa ebepụ isi ọnwụghị ofu ugboro ọnwụghị ugboro abụọ ọnwụghị ugboro atọ ọnwụghị ugboro anọ ọ bụ ruo ole mgbe ka a ga-egbugide anyị wee rue anyị asị mba na anyị ga-aga ka anyị nwee ike wee nwere onwe anyị ọ ka mma na anyị nwụrụ ebe anyị na-azọ nwere onwe tụmụ na anyị nọ n'ụlọ etu a mmadụ ibe mabata n'ime ụlọ mbịa bupụ m isi a sị na achọghị ụdị nka
I want you people to understand that the liberation of Biafra has entered the highest stage in the history of Biafra. Not even during the war. I am telling you, it has entered the highest stage ever. And we are going to do everything humanly possible in this life to restore Biafra. Everything humanly possible will be done. And I want you people to understand that the Biafra liberation is step by step, segment by segment, plan by plan, executions by execution. We'll be executing those plans according to the template till the last one. And Biafra.
Let us go talk about the objective of your struggle and how do you intend to achieve it in practical terms?
In practical terms, it is civil disobedience. The same way that Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. accomplished civil rights in America, the same way that Mahatma Gandhi led India to independence out of British colonial rule, the same principles we are applying, and might I add, very successfully too. We will do everything possible to unravel and unshackle the zoo called Nigeria. Everything humanly possible. No stone will be left unturned. We will sacrifice everything sacrificable. Material, life, blood will throw into.
And we will do everything humanly possible to see the Biafra.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us on this very evening program on Sunday. It is a very interesting one. I appreciate everyone that have joined us wherever you are joining from. Please, as you join us, like and share the program to all platforms. This is a Sunday sermon. As you all know, we hold our Sunday sermon every Sunday. Be part of the sermon. Try to like and share. Don't watch only. You don't only watch. You have to join us on this very program. It is very, very important program. This is not the time that you sit back and pretend it doesn't concern you. It concerns you. It concerns me. It concerns every single one of us. This is not the time to be silent. Wherever you are as a Biafran, you must have to be speaking up. So I welcome everyone that have joined us on this very program. I appreciate you and I wish you all a very happy Sunday, more especially our Biafran brothers, Christian brothers, those of us who are Christians. We know that Biafrans are majority Christians, and many of them have gone to church today and back. So I hope you prayed for Biafra as you went to your church today. Myself, I am a Christian also. I went to church, I come back, but I bet you I am first of all a Biafran before I became a Christian. So my Biafranness is not in battle. They are not at war with my Christianity. And as I always say here every Sunday, if you are a genuine Christian and you are not part of this very struggle, if you are a genuine Christian and you're not speaking up about the situation of your people, you do not want to add your voice because you want to sound good to some group of people. You want to sound good to some people. You want to be acceptable. You don't want to speak up. You should be ashamed of yourself. Whoever you are a Christian and you're not speaking up on what is happening, or you are a Biafran and you're not speaking up on what is happening, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be very, very ashamed of yourself. There is no excuse to give at this particular point in time. why you are not joining your voice to speak. There is no excuse. Whatever your excuse might be, it's unacceptable. Wherever you are watching this program, I welcome all of you and I thank you for being part of the program. And I have to remind you, for those who are joining us for the very first time, those who are coming across our video for the very first time, I want to remind you that in this very platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come to this platform to preach hate. We do not come to this platform to attack people or individuals. We do not come to this platform to promote anything except Biafra. All we do here is to present Biafra to the world as the only remedy to the failed state Nigeria. That is the assignment that we have taken upon ourselves, and we will continue to carry out this assignment until the world hears us. We are speaking in the tone and the manner we speak because we are concerned about humanity. Today, more revelations are coming to confirm every single thing that we have been saying. Every single thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been saying and shouting, more revelations are coming. But I bet you our enemies are not stopping either. They are preparing stronger. They are gathering stronger from different places. And I urge you all to please try as much as possible to stand up for yourself and do what you have to do. We have gotten to a time when you cannot afford to be silent. The situation of the contraption called Nigeria is no longer something that you say it is about Biafrans or is about a particular group. It is not. This calls for a concern for everybody. Today, people are speaking up from every region. This evening, I will not be able to play so many videos that I had to play, but tomorrow morning program, I will prefer to use those videos for tomorrow morning program, because our morning program is where we have the majority. That is where we have crowd. In our morning program, we have much audience. So we are going to play so many important videos to confirm every single thing we are saying. But in our platform, we don't push propaganda. We do not blackmail. We don't speak against anybody. All we do here is to present facts that are pointing to the situation that the contraption called Nigeria has found itself. All we try to prove is the fact that Nigeria is now a failed state. I didn't say it. A first world country like Canada have confirmed it. The United States of America has confirmed it. Some European countries have confirmed it. Experts have confirmed it. And you yourself as an individual that has common sense, all you got to do is to try as much as possible to pay attention to Nigeria and then make your investigations. Go and look up the indices that makes up a failed state. It's a very simple mathematics. Every single thing that we are saying here is not born out of hatred. It is not born out of malice. It is not born out of jealousy. It is not born out of pride. They are facts. The life of the indigenous people in that contraption called Nigeria is in danger. The warning we are giving today has been given many, many decades ago, but today it is becoming much more clearer. Sometimes when I come here, I tell you that the people that are much more secure than you can ever imagine are the Biafran people. Biafra land, up to this moment as we speak, remain the most secured area in that contraption called Nigeria. If any war comes, the people that can be able to stand for a very long time remains the Biafran people. The same way we stood in 1967 to 1970. This time we are much more prepared than that. But I'm also concerned about the other region, more especially the Southwest. As we speak, the Southwest is under siege. I am not just saying it, but it is a shame that some people have not the wood in their eyes, and they are looking at those who have toothpick in their eyes to remove. Some people have ignored a mighty tree before them, and they're going ahead to hit their head on that mighty tree, and they are warning people that have a little stick before them. It is very sad. Go to the news, focus on the on the southwest. You will see what is happening. You will see the revelations that is coming. The revelations that are coming is not simple one. They are not cheap. Recently, Gani Adams have come to open up and speak about the insecurity situation in the southwest. But it's a shame that somebody like Gani Adams will be there and things will be going on, and yet his hands are tied. With the title Gani Adams has in Yoruba land, with the title he has, he should be taking the position and doing the needful without minding. But from the way we look at things, everybody's hand has been tied in Nigeria and they have been bought over. For one reason or the other, people are busy protecting their own personal interests. People are busy protecting their tribal interests. People are busy protecting one issue or the other. People are busy protecting their personal business, and they forgot that the enemy that is over Nigeria, as we speak, is an enemy that wants to take away every single life. More especially those who are not of the same ideology, of the same faith with them. This is a fact. It is no longer a story. By tomorrow, I am going to present one of the interviews that was granted to a security expert. You know, when we talk about these issues, sometimes because we come on social media to speak, some say, oh, you are just speaking for attention. Oh, you are just keeping yourself busy. You're making money online and all that. It is sad and shameful that even when people know the truth, they tend to ignore it and confuse others to continue to dine and whine in destruction. Tomorrow, I am going to play those videos. Many of you must have seen it. But sometimes when you look at this video and analyze it properly, then you begin to understand it better. There are so many videos that are online, but when you see them, you just look at them and you walk away. But by the time you bring those videos and analyze it and explain further on what transpires in those videos, you begin to understand it better. My tomorrow morning program is going to be explosive. And we are going to dive into, more especially, comments that are coming from people that are not Biafra. I am going to use video programs, informations that is coming from experts, people that are not even Biafrans. Tomorrow morning program is going to be explosive. Try as much as possible to join us tomorrow morning and start with us so that you don't miss anything. The point that we are now, seeing the way Nigeria is going, with the conviction of our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, seeing what is happening, the designation of Nigeria of a state of particular concern, a country of particular concern. Even within that designation, they don't care. Nigeria doesn't care. They don't give a damn on what happens. And when I say Nigeria doesn't care, there are people who have hijacked the Nigerian system. Nigeria, as we speak today, is under the caliphate. Some of you continue to deny this fact. You continue to deny it until it consumes you. Some of us feel because it has not affected the member of your family, you feel it doesn't matter. Because your brother, your sister, your uncle, your in-laws has not been affected, you don't care. Recently, we saw somebody who was writing online, telling the world that he's secured. There is no Christian genocide. Everything is okay. There's no problem. That the government is there. And he was congratulating Tinubu. After that lady made that comment, when the terrorist attack, her life was taken. The same person that said Nigeria was secure, her own life, today she's dead. Today she's dead. And you know, internet never could forget. People begin to pull out her tweet, where she tweeted and wrote in support of Tinubu that there is no terrorism, there is no Christian genocide. Today, wherever she is, she will be there and she'll be watching. And she will regret the mistake she has made that has no correction. We have only one life. Immediately you leave this life and you are gone, there is no replacement. There is no coming back. I bet you the people that will face the consequence of your action will be the people you leave behind. when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was calling out the late Muhammadu Buhari, when the members of IPOB, we were all shouting, when the Biafran people were calling out the madness of Buhari, when Buhari went outside to open the gate and tell the whole terrorists to enter into Nigeria, we shouted, we cried, we talked. They called us people that rant. They called us ethnic bigots. They called us tribal maker. They called us the dot. There's no kind of name we're not given. In the midst of that, they went ahead to go and kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya just to make sure they shut him up. Just to make sure they shut him up. Today, that man, late Muhammad Buhari, that have been denying before, they have denied, and they use his name to be able to fix themselves and hijack Nigeria today. Today, you have seen what Buhari has given birth to. That name Buhari has given birth to Nigeria, having the vice president as a member of Boko Haram. Today, the leader of Boko Haram is the vice president of Nigeria. And these things, when you say it, some people will just look at it as if, as if they are surprised. And some people would think that we are making it up. Every single thing I say here is not made up. The only thing that is making you to see that something is made up is because you're an idiot. An idiot that have refused to apply his common sense to do something. Because everything I'm saying here is in the public. It is not a rocket science. You don't need any experts to show you. They are there in the social media, in public view. The only thing it takes is for you to pay attention and pick out the dots. That the vice president you are seeing today is a terrorist, was part of those that formed the Boko Haram you are talking about today, was part of those who paid money to the Fulani terrorists to come into Nigeria and invade it. He was part and parcel of it. You saw the audio that leaked from him. One of the deadliest wanted terrorists was found in his own apartment while he was the governor. The vice president today you have, a terrorist that caused havoc, was found in his home, in his house. That was where he was caught, in the house of this man who is your president today, dining and whining. And when he became president, the first people he visited was the bandits. Everything I'm telling you on video, I have played these videos on my platform here. But still yet, somehow, Nigerian people are the worst kind of citizens I have ever seen in this planet Earth. That is why when you see somebody address himself as a Nigerian, feel sorry for him. Anybody that identifies himself as a Nigerian, feel sorry for them. These are people that, even though they have gone to different kinds of schools, gone to different kinds of places with experience, their brain is taken out completely. Their brain is no longer inside them. They can only operate effectively when you remove that tag, Nigeria, for them. A country that have experts, intelligent and wonderful people, young people that are very vibrant. Nigerians, people who found themselves in that contraption called Nigeria, they are doing exploit in countries of the world. Wherever you find them, they are the excellent brain everywhere. But yet, in that contraption, within that name, they are a bunch of idiots. Within that name, once you bring them into that entity called Nigeria, you see professors behaving like criminals. You see professors behaving like criminals, complete IGBOs. And they will lose their brain. They will lose their conscience. You see pastors acting like street touts because of the tag called Nigeria. You see pastors acting like fraudsters, complete licensed fraudsters in the street. That is what Nigeria can produce. It is sad. It is very sad. The worst place you can be a citizen, the worst place you can claim to be a citizen, there is no other place in the planet Earth where you can find what is happening in Nigeria that is happening. There's no. A country that is rich of everything you can think of human being. Very rich in human resources, even without the mineral resources. Without mineral resources, the human resources, the brain alone in that contraption can make them to become the Japan of the whole world. But what do you see? They prefer to dine and wine with terrorists. They prefer to embrace terrorism. They prefer to jail the truth. You go online, you see people that you feel that are intelligent, people that you see that they have gone to school, spend their hard-earned money, spend years sitting in class to study. When they open their mouth and speak about issues, you feel sorry for yourself. People that have spent years in classroom reading, people that countries of the world, schools have wasted certificate and gave to them. When they sit down and speak about issues, you feel sorry for them. Look at the situation on what is happening. In a time that Nigeria has been designated as a country of particular concern, everybody should have thought that that should be a wake-up call, even if they have been sleeping. Everybody should have thought that by designating them a country of particular concern by the strongest nation in the whole world, the United States of America, that should be a wake-up call. That should be what everybody was thinking. But do you see what happened? After the designation of Nigeria as a state of particular concern, because him whom God will destroy, he will first of all make him deaf and dumb. Him who God will destroy, he will make him deaf and dumb. Today, you see what is going on. After that designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern, CPC, you should have thought that it would be a wake-up call and things will change. But what do you see? It's only ended up in exacerbating the whole thing. It only helped to make the world confirm that truly, truly, Nigeria is a country of particular concern. They confirmed it by their actions. They went busy and went ahead in their usual bribery and corruption, defending the indefensible, up to the extent of going to bring somebody for false finding. And the person they brought for fact finding stood in their own press, within their own press, and convicted them. I say that is not enough. From the moment Nigeria was designated as a country of particular concern, go and check how many terrorist attacks, kidnapping has happened. Go and check how many churches, how many schools have been invaded since after the designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern. Normally, a normal human being should have thought that after the designation, things will come down. It will be a wake-up for the country. Within that same period, a brigadier general was taken down and the country did not issue any statement. Even the military did not get angry. This is the same military that came to Okuama. The same military that came to Okuama and leveled an entire village. The same military that went to Udi in Biafra land and leveled an entire village. Went to Okuama, leveled an entire village. Simply because of a grudge between them and themselves. A grudge between them and themselves. It is a genuine issue. But in this case, a brigadier general was murdered in cold blood while serving his country. Children kidnapped in their school, and yet there was no outrage. There is no outrage. You did not hear the Tinubu come and get angry and say, you must get them. And some of you are still sitting and you call yourself, oh, you're still hoping that somehow, one Messiah is going to fly from air to come and change the situation in Nigeria. I bet you Nigeria is prepared for doom. Nigeria is made for destruction. The way the British programmed it to be destroyed, it is now coming to an end. Chukwu Okike Abiama have marked and signed the destruction of Nigeria, and there is nothing anybody can do. The only thing we are praying that those who will survive can be able to put their ass together and do what they have to do. Wherever you are, the only thing that will save you, The only thing that will save you is for you to prepare yourself as an individual. Make sure you do not support evil. If you support evil, even if you are living abroad, you have a family in Nigeria. You have brothers and sisters. You have in-laws. You must have somebody connected to you in Nigeria. And I bet you, they are going to pay a heavy price. Every single one of us living abroad, we have people in Nigeria. But the only thing that can protect you is when you open your mouth and shout and speak the way I'm speaking. I am exonerating myself, I'm exonerating my children, I'm exonerating my family, I'm exonerating everything that concerns me from the curse that has been laid upon Nigeria. But anybody that opens his mouth to support Nigeria, anybody that opens his mouth to support Nigeria in any platform, in any way, in any manner, you are going to pay a heavy price, directly or indirectly. You can never go scot-free. You will never escape it. If you like, live in London. If you like, live in Asarok. If you like, live in White House. It doesn't matter where you are. You will pay a heavy price. The time has come. And there is no hiding place. The only thing that can save you is for you to open your mouth and speak. Only your word. Open your mouth and call a spade a spade. Call evil evil. If you don't worry. The news is going to come. Just brace yourself. Brace yourself up for it. Brace yourself up for the news. It is coming. It is coming. We have been shouting. I have been shouting. I myself have been shouting in my platform for more than a decade. I did not start broadcasting yesterday. I have been on this broadcast for more than a decade. For more than a decade. Both on YouTube, on Facebook, I have been broadcasting. And you can still see my videos when you go there. When I started, so many of my videos, though, have been deleted. But you will go there, you'll find out when I started. I have never supported evil. We have always known that Nigeria was not created for anybody. Nigeria was not created for the Hausas. It was not created for the Ijos. It was not created for the Igbos. It wasn't created for Yorubas. It wasn't created for the Edos. It was not created for the Middle Belt. Nigeria was made for the British, for the West, and for the West alone. And they continue to protect their own interests, not your own interests. They don't care about what happened to you. They don't give a damn about what happened to you. You can imagine, if not for the fact that Donald Trump took it upon himself to call out the atrocity in Nigeria, do you know how long people have been dying? You think it started yesterday, right? You think it started yesterday. The massacre in Nigeria has been there for many decades. For many decades. I was in the North in the 90s. I lived in the North for more than 7 years in the North. In the 90s, then the persecution of Christians have started during the time of Medicine. During the time of Medicine, I am telling you, when Boko Haram have not even started. You know, this day, each person, when they come, they talk about Boko Haram, they talk about God. I thank God that time has come when people are now coming out and they are speaking and telling the world that this did not just start yesterday. It didn't start yesterday. So many of us have been there. We saw it all. So many of us. We have been there. We saw it. And today, so many pastors have always come and speak about. There was one I saw. When I saw Matthew Ashimolowo giving his own testimony about the genocide, the genesis of it, I was shocked. I never even knew that Matthew Ashimolowo, I never knew that that man could be that brave to come out, because he's one of the prosperity pastors. But he was brave enough. Pastor Matthew Ashimolowo, most of you will know him. I will play his video so that you can hear his testimony. And that when you listen to the testimony of Matthew, you will see the connection between the genocide of the Biafrans and the genocide of the Christians. You know, each time when I try to connect these things, people will think maybe we are just trying to play on it. But I tell you, Matthias Shimolowo is not a Biafran. He's a Yoruba man. But in his testimony, he dragged the testimony from the origin of this genocide. It started from Igbo genocide in the northern part of Nigeria. Igbo genocide. Then I was in the north. In 90s, I was in the north, in the northern part of Nigeria. We see the breeze blow. We saw everything. We were hearing it. It was terror every time. And whenever they come to attack, it is Igbo first. And the way they rate their Igbo is that anybody that is from the southern part of Nigeria, you are an Igbo man if you are living in the north. Sorry. If you are living in the north and you are a southerner, you are an Igbo man. If you like, continue to deceive yourself, continue to paint yourself whatever you like. You're an Igbo man and you are going down. That is the most pitiable thing that some idiots don't understand. That these things the Biafrans are fighting is something that have come to destroy every single individual, not only the Biafrans. But we cry more because we see it clearer. We have seen it before and we don't want it to happen again. That is why we cry more. We have tested it. We don't want to test it again. We have felt it before. More than 5 million people lost their life. We don't want it to happen again, and we will not watch it happen again. It is not because we are the only one that is going to be affected. You see what is happening in the southwest now. You can see what is happening in the southwestern part of Nigeria, or Yoruba land. You see what is happening in Kwara State. Kwara State is under fire. Continuous bombardment by the terrorists. And the president is a Yoruba man. He's saying nothing. He's saying nothing. I would like everybody to join me on that program tomorrow morning for us to dissect that very revelation made by a specialist. A specialist that was interviewed, a Yoruba man, interviewed by a Yoruba lady, and he made explanation on how Tinubu entered contract with terrorists. Tinubu entered a contract with terrorists. That is why he cannot do anything today. If they like, they take all the life in Nigeria, he will never do shit. He can't move. Surrounded himself by terrorists. Every key position in Nigeria is held by terrorists. Every key position in Nigeria is held by terrorists. National Security Advisor, NSA, a terrorist, Nuhu Ribadu. And you know the relationship of Nuhu Ribadu with Tinubu. The vice president, a terrorist. Your former minister of communication, Pantami, do you know the amount of information he has? Up to this moment, do you know the amount of information Pantami is controlling? Somebody who is supporting Al-Qaeda. Somebody who is an active supporter of Al-Qaeda was appointed by Buhari as Minister for Communication. So you can imagine the amount of information a terrorist had about Nigeria. Go to their military. Nobody's talking about military again. Nigerian military is gone completely. Completely gone. You can imagine a country where a brigadier general was taken down and there's no outrage. Just imagine for a minute. Imagine for a minute that that brigadier general was taken down in Biafra land. Just imagine that that brigadier general was taken down in Biafra land. You saw what happened in Okuama. Entire community were destroyed by Nigerian government in Okuama because of a clash between their own people within themselves. The same Nigerian criminals, they transferred the aggression to the community. Okuama community was entirely deserted. You saw what they did to Udi. You saw what Obasanjo did to Udi in Biafra land. But the bandits have shot down aircraft before. They have clash and extract even when they kill the kill chief of army staff. A chief of army staff died in a crash that was shot down by the bandit. Now a brigadier gunned down. And they are busy recruiting these people more. They say they are repentant. The language you continue to hear is repentant Boko Haram. It is very shameful. Very, very shameful. Very, very shameful. And I tell you, if you are not speaking up, I don't care whether you are a Biafran. If you don't speak up, you are going to pay a heavy price. If you like, live abroad. If you like, live in Asoro. If you like, live in White House. You are going to pay a heavy price. As I said before, every single one of us has a family in Nigeria. If you don't have your immediate family, you have your in-laws. If you don't have your in-laws, you have friends. And I bet you will definitely pay. For as many as are not speaking up on this issue, most importantly, those who are saying everything is okay in Nigeria, those who are moving about, thinking everything is okay, when you talk about it, they see you as an idiot. When they see us online talking about Nigeria issue, they see us as people who are jobless. They see us as troublemakers. You are going to pay. You are going to get that phone call. When you get that phone call, you are going to hear that phone call. When you get that phone call, I will see who you run to. You must get that phone call. You must get it. Because the time is due. You see the unjust judgment they pass on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and go to social media, you see people rejoicing, including Biafran people, including Igbo people. What you see online is everybody say, calm down. Oh, let's stay calm. Let's stay calm. Let's stay calm. Bunch of idiots and criminals. They are coming people. They don't want people to protest. They don't want people to react, and they do nothing. And you tell me that God will not punish all of you? And you say God will not punish every single one of them, more especially the politician from A to Z, without any exemption. God will set every one of them on fire. They will all be consumed. Every one of them will be consumed. God will punish all of them. Every one of them. They will never go scot-free. They will never get scot-free for selling out Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Selling him out. Not only selling him out, and they sent him to Sokoto Caliphate. They took Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and handed him over to the arch enemy of the people in exchange for their one Nigeria. Tinubu took Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to buy his presidency. That presidency is going to consume him and his entire generation. That presidency will consume Tinubu and his entire generation and all the politicians in the Southeast. Every one of them. I want us to listen to this testimony from Matthew Ashimolowo. Let us hear the testimony of Matthew. Pay attention and listen. I love the way he started his own testimony from the genesis of the problem, because people are running away from the genesis of the problem.
Dictionary defines genocide as the deliberate and systematic killing or persecution of a large number of people from a particular noun or ethnic group in the aim of destroying that nation or group of people. And with that definition, I'm going to turn my answers to a question or questions to the majority of people who are here today. Let me give my responsive background.
can imagine.
So, that certainly was genocide because people were being dragged out of their house and killed. But then when it comes to the hot case on hand, is there religious genocide in Nigeria? Firstly, I like to say that whatever issues in Nigeria, because it was not dealt with, it became a snake with 5 heads or more heads. And so when you are looking at each case, you need to know which head you are dealing with. Bandit is a head, banditry is a head, terrorism is a head. Like heads carrying guns and invading Islam, chasing them out is another head. Guys who demand kidnappers is a head, and there are many more heads. And then deliberate chasing of people away from their land and immediately putting another tribe there is a head. So, are these things happening in Nigeria or not? I just taking down some historical cases and I will ask you, is it really happening in Nigeria? Might have seen it in the 70s, Imam who rose and began to teach a form of Islamic cleansing that says anybody who was not of that particular belief must die. Is that not genocide? And is that fair in a secular nation? Zango Kataf, in case you don't know, what you know as Kaduna State was once including Katsina. And on grounds of religion, Katsina State was cut off because the majority of Katsina State was Islamic. And what remained as Kaduna State was majority what we call Southern Kaduna, Zango Katab, people who were so by the one mentioned all of the tribes. And despite Katina now having Kaduna State, the south of Kaduna State is 99% Christian, producing Professor Ishaya Awad, first Vice Chancellor Ahmaduddin, producing General Ishaya Bami, producing former Deputy Governor Central Bank, Lafia. But somebody was still not satisfied and wanted their land. And under the watch of a particular government, probably 3,000 of these people died. Not so. And people of that number died. I mean, some people were being hacked, cut like monkeys, because you wanted their land, you don't follow your religion. Is that genocide or not? That was beheaded in Kano because was not violent. Reinhard Bonnke came to hold a crusade, and then Christian crusade is not allowed. Not only did they destroy the UN, they cut Christians. Is that genocide or not? Deborah Samuel, a girl in a polytechnic in Nigeria, in the north, she saw on the platform of her class that people were posting religious, and she said, this platform is for our study, not for religion. They went, they killed her, became a court case. 52 people, the religious faith different from her, showed up to defend the guys who killed her. Is that genocide or not? Evangelist Eunice in Great Britain went out 5 a.m. to do what we used to do down south here. When we were kids, I was the one who was like, I shot my brothers, I shot my sisters, Khadija, I died in Salam. But the people who wake up and be waking me where? That was what evangelist Eunice thing and they have to have dead. And then, if all that is not jealousy, and if it is just religious intolerance, what happened when the Biafra came out and said, I am from Southern Nigeria, and 23,000 of our people died, and actually when we called, we should come and defend them, the military, the police, they don't shoot, it is after they have gone and illegal. And they say they have it on good record that some mysterious helicopters are coming to give these people equipment. Is that not a genocide? It is not genocide. What shall we say of what's going on, particularly states in the north that are of Christian conviction? Then with even today's Vanguard reports one day local government that people were hacked, and the plan is to chase them out, and some people come to occupy. When I say some people, let me want to say Fulani herdsmen and some guys carrying on come to occupy because I said, okay, when the songs are radio and that's a shame. That song says that the whole of Nigeria is the land of God and you share our people. And until that is achieved, the Bridgewater remains. So somebody somewhere does not want this kind of facing the reality. Is there a genocide? You will have to answer that question yet. But let me just say, 270 girls were carried out of this school. They were all Christians. The people who carried them committed 5 crimes. 1, child molestation, because Nigeria has criminal laws in every state. Anyone under is 18, which is a person, it's a crime. They raped these girls. 2, if you carry a person against their will across border, it's trafficking. And though we have human trafficking laws. 3, you force this to change religion. 4, you force them into marriage. That is the 4th criminal offense. 5, some of them were violently raped. And then 6, so they were killed. Same people who committed this crime. You say you forgive them. Who forgave them? Where were they forgiven? Court of law. Is it the government that said, oh, spend criminal laws of Nigeria in the case of Boko Haram, who carries their whatever of the Hydra heads carrying the guilt? Who did it? So, if you now say you forgive them, where are they? It is rumored that some of them are now repented and you brought them into the army. How can a man killed and committed all the crime now qualify to be a defender of the nation? It is rumored that some of them are in the Air Force. How can a man like that defend the Federal Republic of Nigeria? How can we trust him in the country where I live at the moment? Touch the heart. You're a man. You touch a child and it is you would be the register of childless. And the moment you change local government from one local government to the other, you must go and report yourself as a child molester so you can be on the books of child molesters. Once the are passed in case against you that you molested, you will enter you don't need the police to do it. You have to go and report yourself. There are jobs you cannot get. Case. These guys are forgiven. 2, they were there for 3, you will see their abilities. 4, where is the fruit of them? So, we cannot cannot say there is no religious intolerance. If you say there is no religious intolerance, explain to me why.
You have had it. I'm sorry that the recording was not very clear. You know, some of the time they make this their record and it's not very clear. The voice is not loud. It's not from my side. I tried to raise it to the highest level, but yet it wasn't clear. But all the same, most of you must have had the information. He was given a testimony about the genocide. And you see, he gave the story of where he started, all the way from 80s. And the very first move of that very wave of genocide was on the Igbos. He made mention it, that they came against the Igbos. The mere fact that they see you as an Igbo man in the north, they with your life. That was where they started. Once they see you identify as an Igbo, they take your life. And when they started, nobody was talking. People relaxed as if maybe it's just about the Igbo people. The same thing they did in the Civil War. And until the whole thing has now metamorphosed into Christian genocide. Today, for a mere fact that you are a Christian, you are at risk. You are at risk. But it started with the Igbos. But when that thing was happening, nobody paid attention. People felt they are not concerned. Oh, because it's not you, because you're not the one affected, that it doesn't concern them. People looked away. But today you see the stage is set for everybody. But the most disturbing thing is that you and I should have thought that from the moment the United States came into the matter and designated Nigeria as a state of country, a country of particular concern, we should have thought that by that designation that the whole thing will change. That is the expectation of everybody. But from that moment that decision was made to today, the terrorist activities have intensified. The terrorist activities have increased to the highest level. Now you go to their news. When we go to their news, you will see the kind of news you'll be hearing, the kind of information you'll be getting in Nigerian news. It is nothing. There is no good news about Nigerian news today. Go to Nigerian news, all you'll be hearing is about the intensifying attack of the terrorists. It becomes as if the bandits are emboldened and they are even fighting harder. And they are working very hard, as if they have a target, as if they told them that you must do these things within this period of a time. If you don't do it again, you cannot be able to do it. It is so sad. Look at this news. Gunmen brutally killed my husband. Nobody is asking question. Widow lament high kidnapping in Enugu. Enugu State, high kidnapping. And the funny in these kidnappings, the government don't care. The government do not care. Even at this time that Donald Trump have weighed in, they still don't care. Kidnapping is still going on. This was open. Nnamdi Kanu victim of unequal justice by Bayo Oluwasami. That is it. The case of Nnamdi Kanu is a very clear example of why Nigeria is a country of particular concern. Nnamdi Kanu is a Judeo-Christian Biafran. Nnamdi Kanu is a Judeo-Christian Biafran. That is why they want him dead by all means. That is why Tinubu have used Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to cement his contract with the caliphate, with the terrorists. And he took Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and handed over to the terrorists. And I thank God that even some of our Yoruba brothers are speaking. Tomorrow, I am going to play mainly videos that are coming from our Yoruba brothers. The videos I'm going to use for program tomorrow, try and join us on tomorrow program morning. Tomorrow morning program is going to be brutal. We are going to see so many things. I want every one of you, because in the morning we have much more people to join us on the program. So tomorrow morning program, make sure you are part of it so that we can be able to look into those issues. There are so many information that we have to deal with tomorrow that I will not talk about today. I will just keep them until tomorrow. So when we come tomorrow, we can be able to deal with those issues. There are a lot of issues. Look at this one. Why did soldiers leave? KB District Headquarters, role of military in school raid, student abduction. Imagine. Where students were abducted, the soldiers left the area before the attack happened, and they're asking, why did soldiers leave? Who gave that command for the soldiers to leave so that these people can come and adopt children? We are going to play part of this program tomorrow, a video where you will hear a professional, an expert, speaking about the infiltration of this janjaweed, of the terrorists into the Nigerian military. Commodore Olawumi have said it before. Commodore Olawumi have said on their national TV that these terrorists have their members in Asorok, have in House Assembly, have them as governors. Today, the confirmation that is coming is that the terrorists have captured Nigeria up to 90%. The terrorists have captured every Nigerian apparatus up to 90%. But some of you are still jumping around. You think it's about the Biafran people, right? Whenever you hear our voice, you're agitated. When you see our platform, your body begins to shake. You begin to carry your muscle. Once you hear our voice, you are so troubled. Oh, Biafra, Biafra. Don't worry. A time will come when you will have nobody to talk to. A time will come when you realize it's already too late. Already, some of them are repenting. You see some of them today, they attack. When they see the rate that look at the revelation of Gani Adams. I'm still going to play the video of Gani Adams tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to play that video of Gani Adams, where he was giving a testimony of the places they have taken over in Yoruba land. So many places they have already taken over in Yoruba land, waiting for a whistle, waiting for command. Remember what that man that they kidnapped in Imo State said, that clergyman. That clergyman said they told him to his face that they have surrounded every part of the southwest and southeast, that they are waiting for command. And the security expert is saying the same thing. But some of you think, oh, it's about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Don't worry, they have succeeded in taking Mazi Nnamdi away for us. Are we not still here? We are here. God doesn't sleep, and we will never give up. But I tell you, for everyone that participates in what is happening to Biafrans and to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they will pay a heavy price. Look at this one. Hoodlum attack Fuji star Obesere, injured media manager, steal bag of money at burial ceremony. You never see anything. You haven't seen nothing yet. You are still enjoying. Female police officers in Enugu forced to pay 5,000, 10,000 for 78th Nigerian women police anniversary, threatened with transfer. That is their Nigeria for you. When there is terrorists taking charge everywhere, destroying places, they don't care. They don't care. They don't care. Look at this one. Breaking. Police deny report of Gombe Ekwa Church attack. Mass abduction amid school media claim. This is how Nigeria is busy in denial. Don't worry, this thing they deny, very soon you're going to hear them accept it. The same way they deny the kidnap of the brigadier. When the brigadier general kidnap came up, they said, no, it was not true. It was a rumor. At the end of the day, it became true. This one, just wait, give it some days more. Give it some days now. This was about 6 hours ago. Give it some days more. You will see it will become a truth. It will become true. Court orders Churubu government to publish names of those indicted in NDDC 6 trillion misappropriation. Or the publish what? They will not publish anything. See the way they are calling money, trillions. Look at this one. You know, they've been carrying out rumor everywhere. They say the judge that stood for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case, that was an attack. That was an attack on his life. They wanted to assassinate him. This idiot that called himself whatever his name is, is not even worth remembering his name. That idiot that pronounced sentence on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You know, they have been circulating videos and rumors and say that he was attacked. Look at it. Finally, judiciary denies assassination attempt on Justice Omotosho following Nnamdi Kanu's life sentence. Judiciary denies assassination attempt on Justice Omotosho following Nnamdi Kanu's life sentence. If you go on media today, you see them carrying that rumor that there was an assassination attempt on Justice Omotosho because of the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sentence, because he sentenced Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Don't worry, what will kill him will kill him. We won't. It's not we. What will destroy him will happen to him. It is not the Biafran people. All this their nonsense can never, it doesn't bother us. They have come, they deny their own lie. The same propaganda they put forward, they came out and they deny it. We did here. We did here. This is Kwara Church reopened as preachers declare judge terrorists who killed worshippers. It is not opening church that is problem. You better put security there. You better put security in that church, because if you don't put a security, they are going to come back and they're going to take people again. 50 people escape abduction at St. Mary's Catholic School in Niger State. 253 people still held by terrorists. You can imagine. 50 escaped. 253 held. St. Mary Catholic School. A Catholic school. Why a Catholic school? Why don't they go to Islamia school and kidnap people? They should go to Islamia school and kidnap people. They will not. And they will come and tell me it's not war against Christians. They will tell you it's not a genocide. They will go around and begin to talk rubbish. And every one of them that is denying this, it will happen to them one after the other. It will happen to them one after the other. 50 people escape abduction at St. Mary's Catholic School in Niger State. 253 people still held by terrorists as we speak. This is 4 hours ago. It's 4 hours ago. It's 4 hours ago. And you're not happy. Donald Trump wanted to come and take action, and you see them running their mouth. Running their mouth and talking trash. Look at this one. Kaduna repentant bandits return terrorized communities, steal 97 cattle from farmers in 1 week. You remember? Imagine. These are the people they call repentant Boko Haram. Look at them. The people they say they are repentant. Kaduna repentant bandit. Repentant bandit. Kaduna repentant bandit. Return to terrorize communities. Steal 97 cattle from farmers in 1 week. The people that Gumi is working for. After they re-recognize them, they tell you they're repentant. They put them in the military to continue their terrorism. Put some of them in the police to continue their terrorism. Some of them will go back and continue that whatever they are doing after they have paid them and put them on salary. And even while they are terrorizing you, your government is paying them salary. You can imagine. Kaduna repentant bandits return to terrorize communities, steal 97 cattle from farmers in 1 week. You never see anything. You haven't seen nothing yet. This is your Nigeria. This is your Nigeria. Nigeria bosses, drug syndicate, arrest couples, other kingpins in nationwide crackdown. Huh? These are the kind of news you see in Nigeria. These are the kind of things you see in Nigeria. A very lawless country. A lawless country. A lawless country that you cannot imagine. You can never find any good news anywhere on Nigeria. It's always news about destruction. News about breakdown of law and order everywhere. Custom, police, orders, escort smuggled goods, pocket 4. Custom, police, orders, escort smuggled goods, pocket 4.6 billion weekly. Semi-Badagry border, you can imagine. The custom themselves, the police, they escort smuggled goods, including AK-47. And you'll be wondering, where are the arms coming from? You see the kind of arms that these people are carrying. Nigerian custom. You saw one of the custom officers that was inaugurated as a custom officer, a member of Boko Haram. A repentant Boko Haram is part of the custom. And they are in the border, opening the border for their people to bring in smuggled goods. And you say you want to become Nigerian. Continue to be part of your Nigeria. Look at this one. Look at this one. 1 hour ago. This is just 1 hour ago. ISWAP abducts 13 female teenagers from Borno farm. 1 escaped. This is 1 hour ago. In a time that Nigeria is designated as a country of particular concern, 1 hour ago, ISWAP abducted 13 female teenagers from Borno farm. Only 1 escaped. Make it a play. Continue playing. Look at this. Breaking. 38 worshippers of Kwara Church regain freedom. They have paid ransom. Thank God that they regain freedom. They have paid ransom. Let us read it and see. Even though they will not tell you they paid ransom, they're going to hide it. They are going to hide it. They're going to hide it. But it doesn't matter how they play their games. The United States is on top of the game and they are watching. Nigeria will never escape what is coming. Country of particular concern. That's what they are. And the nation attack has increased and continue to increase. And if anybody think it's going to stop tomorrow, you better think it is not going to stop. It is even going to get worse. Kwara State Governor Abdurrahman Abdrazak has announced the release of 38 persons who were recently abducted on attack on the Christ Apostolic Church CAC in Eruku, Ekiti local government area. The freed abductees regained their freedom on Sunday, November 23, several days of coordinated effort by security forces and government representative. Press secretary of the government disclosed the information in a statement issued on Sunday. According to Governor Razak, attributed the successful rescue to the on approach of President directed measures to secure the release. Imagine you're praising trouble for releasing them. Oh my God, you should be ashamed of yourself. The president had called off his scheduled trip for the 2020. They wouldn't tell us how much they paid for G20 meeting on South Africa to attend to the breaches in Kwara and Kebbi states. The statement also directed heightened security deployment to Kwara, in which underlined his firm commitment to the safety and well-being of our people and Nigeria as a whole. The abductees were freed today, November 23. Today, Sunday, after so many days. It said the governor expressed his gratitude to the president, saying that the release is wholly due to his direct intervention. Tell us the initiative, how much was paid. Tell us. He also appreciation to the Office of the National Security Advisor, the Department of Security, the Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Intelligence Agency, and the Nigerian Police, which deploy 4 new tactics teams to the state under the president's directive. In addition, Governor Razak thanked the religious institution that leaders and the residents of Kwara State for their support and solidarity during the ordeal. The abductees returned marks of significant relief for the community following the traumatic incident that had drawn national attention. Earlier on Sunday, Sahara reporters report that service had resumed at Kwara Church following the recent terrorist attack. On November 18, 10 armed men stormed the church during an evening service, shooting at worshippers. 38 members were abducted and several were killed, including the pastor. In a viral video seen by Sahara reporters from the service held on Sunday, November 23, 2025, the preacher declared that God's judgment would descend on the terrorists who attacked the congregation and took lives. He urged members not to fear death as Christians, insisting that God's promise of eternal life remained assured for all who dies in the name of Jesus. He said, as a Christian, you must not fear death. Jesus has promised you eternal life. He has promised eternal life to us. We know we are promised eternal life, but he didn't promise you to fold your hand and watch your head chopped off. Don't fold your hand and watch your head chopped off. This kind of message they are preaching while they are working with security, and they will tell you don't protect yourself. You better wake up. You better wake up. You better wake up and don't fall into their nonsensical preaching that some of them preach. You must learn to protect yourself. Any church where there is no enough security, you got no business. Any church that cannot provide security for you, you got no business staying there. Go your house and worship God in your home. He will listen to you. This is one is there. Nnamdi Kanu reject life sentence, call for justice review, thank reporters, brothers, Canada. Yeah, finally, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Barrister Maxwell and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu brother have been able to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto. I think they met with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also talked to them. And I think that's where they brought this very report from. That Nnamdi Kanu reject life sentence, call for justice review, thank supporters, brothers, Kanu Nnamdi. So That is it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in Sokoto, as we said. He has been seen by his brother. They visited him. So, but we are still waiting to get the entire details of the situation out there. We're not getting detail. Hopefully by tomorrow in our morning program, we'll be able to speak more about that and the detailed information on what is going on. So, my fellow Biafrans, we must not look away. A lot is going on, and more things are still going to happen. So many things are still going to happen. Every one of us must be very, very careful. We must be very, very careful. A lot is still going to happen. If you are a Biafran and you're not getting yourself prepared, sorry, this very battle might swallow you. This very battle might swallow you. Other people can continue to play around for all I care. Let them continue to play around. But for we, the Biafrans, we are not supposed to be playing around, because we know what we stand for. We know what we are facing, and we know what is facing us. Wherever you are as a Biafran, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiama to please stand strong and stand firm. The issue at hand is not a joke. It is not a joke. What we are having now is a cry for justice, a call for conscience, and a reminder that silence in the face of injustice itself is injustice. If you remain silent, you are equally supporting the injustice. Everybody must go to their platform, speak, make 1 or 2 minute video. And that's why I say tomorrow I'm going to play so many videos that we remember Yoruba people. They are still, and our Biafrans, you need to do more. We need to speak more. We need to still do more. Stand up and speak. The open injustice against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be condemned. The continued marginalization of the Igbo people must be condemned. The suffering of Biafrans must be condemned. And the concerned allegation of government involvement, directly and indirectly, in the act of continued harm to innocent citizens. Nigerian government involvement in terrorism, direct involvement in terrorism, must be condemned and called out. And that is what we will continue to do. From tomorrow, we are going to intensify in expositions and revelations from different angles. We will continue to do that. Wherever you are, you must continue to add your voice. Don't be silent, my brothers and sisters. Let us begin what cannot be denied. The injustice against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no longer hidden. It is open. It is clear. It is undeniable. It is undeniable. No matter where one stands politically, no matter what tribe you are, no matter what religion you are, every human being deserves fair treatment, justice, and respect. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu prolonged detention, despite numerous court rulings, has become symbol of something deeper. Up to the extent of conviction, it is a symbol of something deeper. It is no longer ordinary. A justice system under pressure, a police where law are applied unevenly, a government that struggles to treat all citizens equally. This is bigger than one man. It is about a people. It is about a pattern. It is about dignity of millions of Biafran people across the board. It is not an easy thing to be an Igbo person. It is not a child's play to be a Biafran. We must speak the plain truth and tell it the way it is. For many Igbo people and Biafrans, the feeling of exclusion, marginalization is real. It is real. It is not a propaganda. It is not a blackmail. It is not out of hate or anger. No, it is real. Not imagined, not fabricated. It is real. From political imbalance to disproportionate security actions, to stall development in the southeast, to silencing of legitimate concerns, many feel unheard, unprotected, and unfairly targeted. This is what is happening in Biafra land as we speak. Only an enemy can deny it. Only an evil person can deny it. And this is our Sunday sermon today. The Sunday sermon is not to divide, is not to insult, is not to curse. This sermon that I just delivered is to remind the world that every group deserves equal treatment under the law. Every human being deserves equal treatment under the law. Injustice against one region weakens the whole country. But Nigeria will never understand that. Now they are sinking, and they will continue to sink, and they will get to an irredeemable situation where no man can redeem Nigeria. That is where it is now. We must also address the rising fear, tension, violence in Nigeria is increasing, even when they have been designated as a state of a country of particular concern. The whole atrocity is increasing. Nigeria faces real threat from terrorist groups. Terrorist groups have taken over the entire country. I bet you an expert have said that they have taken over up to 90%. You can imagine. This is a fact. And the people, especially the North, Middle Belt, and Southeast, have suffered greatly. A terrorist sponsored by the federal government. It is the government's responsibility to protect the citizen. But that is not what you see. It is the rule of the government to protect the citizens, not to allow forces of destruction to operate unchecked. But in Nigeria, they allow them to operate unchecked, unmonitored, unhindered. The only people that have the absolute freedom today to walk and do anything they like is the bandit, the terrorists. They're the only people that have a free hand. Where there are allegations of government negligence, complicity, or indirect support for violence groups, there must be transparent investigation, not just by the Nigerian government, by the international community. There must be transparent investigation. We are calling for accountability in all our platforms, not accusation, accountability. We call for truth, not propaganda. We are not here for propaganda. We call for truth. We call for protection of the people. The international community should listen. Nigeria will never protect anybody. It is high time you weigh in and follow the ultimate solution, disintegration to your tent, O Israel. We can protect ourselves, but allow us to know our borders. All we need to do is to get hold of the borders, let people know where their borders is, and allow them to protect themselves. We call for protection of citizens, not politics with human lives. In Nigeria, what you see is politics with human lives. Politics with human life, with the blood of the innocent. Nigeria will never find peace, nor unity, nor fairness, nor accountability. It can never happen. As long as that name, Nigeria, remains, you can never see peace. You can never see fairness. You can never see accountability. It will never happen. It's only a dream. You can only dream of it, but you can never find it. There is an urgent need now for international attention, international communities to weigh in and end this thing once and for all. There comes a point when international institutions can no longer handle internal tensions. When court orders are ignored, minority voices are suppressed, community feel endangered, human rights concerns grow louder than ever you can imagine, then the world must pay attention. This is why we say the African Union must pay attention, even though we know that the African Union is part of the problem. They are part of the problem. You see them congratulating a 93-year-old man in Cameroon that is already dead and declare himself a president. They congratulate him. How can such an African Union do anything? They wouldn't. We call on the United Nations to pay attention, even though we know that you don't always come late. The United Nations will always be late. They will always wait for the genocide to happen so that they can come and write history. But to thank Chukwu for Donald Trump, the president of the United States, for that 2 tweets that he made that changed the whole game, may Chukwu continue to bless him. And we expect him to do more. International human rights organizations must pay attention. You don't only document and go to sleep. What we see the international human rights organization do in Nigeria, like Amnesty, they document information. They can't even drag Nigeria and the culprit to ICC. All we hear is stories of documentation. That no action is being taken anywhere. It is shame. It is a shame. It is a shame and disgrace to Nigeria and to the world entirely. Humanity means nothing anymore in Nigeria. Humanity means nothing. Justice must be ensured. Fairness must be ensured. Safety and security of the people must be ensured if truly the world cares about humanity. A peaceful world is built on accountability. Nigeria is too important, too strategic, too populated to be allowed to deteriorate, and it is happening. It is happening. Everybody acknowledge Nigeria is important. Why are you not working to fix it? Why? Why are you so afraid of going towards the solution? Why is the world terrified of pursuing the solution? Why? Why is the world pretending when it comes to the solution to end the problem in Nigeria? Why are they pretending? Why? I am asking. Why are they pretending? Why? My brothers and sisters, what we just had this evening is not just a sermon of anger. This is a sermon of awakening. Every one of us should wake up. It doesn't matter your region, your location, your religion, it doesn't matter. People that, if you care about humanity, you must begin to add your voice. It is time to wake up. This is not a sermon of division. It is a sermon of truth. This is not a sermon of fear. It is a sermon of courage. Let the world hear this. Every citizen deserves protection. Every community deserves justice. Every people deserve dignity. Every leader deserves accountability. We stand today not only for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not only for the Igbo people, not only for Biafrans. We stand for oppressed people across Nigeria who long for a nation where justice is not selective and freedom is not privilege. That is what we're asking for. And we are hoping that we are going to get there by the special grace of Chukwu Kabiam. We are going to take our freedom. May this sermon move hearts. May it awaken leaders. May it inspire justice. May it bring peace. Let us continue to speak truth. As long as truth needs to be spoken, continue to speak truth. Wherever you are, you must continue to speak. Stand for justice, stand for peace, stand for humanity. Wherever you are, it doesn't matter your orientation, it doesn't matter your tribe, it doesn't matter where you belong. You must continue to speak the truth. You must continue to speak the truth. It is so sad where we have found ourselves. But we must not give up. We must not relent. We must continue in this battle until we win. There is hope and there is light at the end of the tunnel. Don't ever give up. No matter what you see, no matter what you hear, never, ever, ever you give up. The situation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not the end of it all. By the special grace of Chukwu Kabiam, whatever they press on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not new. We are not surprised. It only exposes the wickedness of the system. It only contributed, it contributes more to show the United States that Nigeria cannot be redeemed. What is happening today is to confirm that Nigeria cannot be redeemed. Our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is putting his life on the line. And by the special grace of Chukwu Kabiam, he must succeed. Let us continue to pray for him. Let us continue to follow him. Let us continue to advocate for him. Don't you ever allow him to be silent. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have a voice in every one of us. When you speak, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu speaks. You must not be silent. I pray that Chukwu Kabiam will continue to strengthen us. Thank you so much for being with us on this program. Remember, our evening program is always 1 hour. We spend almost 1 hour, 30 minutes. Our evening program is 1 hour and Morning time, we spend up to 4 or 5 hours. That is when we have time because we have more audience to do so many things. And tomorrow is going to be exceptional. Remember, tomorrow is sit at home. So on tomorrow's sit at home is supposed to be the greatest ever because of the sad news that we have, because of the situation. Tomorrow's sit at home is supposed to be the greatest ever. So don't ever think that the sit at home is over. It is not yet over. We must continue to show our grievances. We must supposed to continue to show our anger until we get our demand. Sit at home is going to happen tomorrow. So wherever you are, if you are living abroad, inform your families, inform your friends, tell them that sit at home continues. And our tomorrow morning sit at home program is going to be a bombshell. Our tomorrow morning. Make sure you share this program. If you have not yet invite somebody on tomorrow's program. Touch the notification bell so that you can join us on time. Once we come online, you join us so that we can kick off together and end up the program together. Tomorrow, we are going to expose so many things. We are going to talk about so many issues, which we cannot talk about this evening because in our evening program, we have a limited audience and we have a limited program that we do 1 hour. We have already taken up to 1 hour, 30 minutes. And I thank you all for your patience. Thank you for being with me up to this time. I pray that we guide and protect every single one of you Biafrans, wherever you are joining us from, either from Biafra land, from Nigeria, from Africa, Asia, Europe, America, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Russia, China, wherever you are joining from, Israel. I welcome you and I thank you for being part of this program. May Chukwu guide and protect you. And I pray for our leaders, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa. May Chukwu continue to guide them, protect them, secure them, and keep them safe for us. Thank you for being part of this program. See you again tomorrow morning for our full program on tomorrow so that we can kick off and get to the point where we need to get to. Thank you so much and stay blessed. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Nigeria don't enter one chance, I swear, now go with the go so. Herdsmen, they kill us every day, for them busy, they campaign again. After they failed all the promises they made, oh, them they praise themselves. Why the masses were supposed to give them the praises we they are they run to? Move it down. I blame it on the religious leaders. I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers. People will cry with us to ring answers. Today them don't join those oppressors, they eat jollof. Something done the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive them. We have up where this government they cause my time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come. It's very close and they feel more. When the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. They no even care, they no even send. Say the people they die of hunger. Hungry dog is an angry dog. One day you go bite the owner. Idle man is the devil workshop. Many youths for Nigeria no good job. And the country the youths got no future. The country is gone, that's on period. Move it on. I blame it on the judiciary leaders. I blame it on the electoral officials. People were supposed to save the nation, but they collected bribe. Shame on the armed forces. People were supposed to protect the masses. One of them they shoot us anytime they hear our voice.